Hi everybody, this is Dorothy Kelty, and I'm part of the LineDotArrow January 2023 Design Team Project. This is using the Bluebird's Journal pages created by Natalie Heinge of LineDotArrow. Now, I want to point out the link tree. You can go there, linktr.ee/line.arrow, no spaces. And that's where you can find out where all the other videos are for this month. This is a gorgeous kit, and I encourage you to go to the other teams' pages and see what they're doing as well, and like and subscribe to their pages. Okay, this is the kit. And I just want to take a minute to show this to you. Again, LineDotArrow Bluebird's Journal pages. And I accidentally put in some things on the back upside down, so don't worry if you're not seeing them. You'll see them someplace else. Here's a page. Look at this lovely collage sheet. Here's another page. And on the back, we have this line page. On the back of this one, here's another back that they have that Natalie created. Look at this gorgeous page with the bluebirds and the lady with the peacock feathers. Lots of journaling space on this page and beautiful bluebird to go with it. Here's another collage page. Here's another one of the back pages. This is a light version, and there's a darker version as well. And here's another one of the pages. We have the darker version of the herringbone. We have an envelope, and I put this page on the back of it. These are some small tags. We have journaling cards and some little word cards, and there's a larger version of them as well. And then here's a coin page with some fussy cuts and stuff that you can use to decorate that if you want. I'm just going to show you today a couple of really simple, I think, projects. And then there'll be more coming farther on down the month. So let's just go ahead. One of the things that I did is I cut out the tags. And with this one, what I'm going to do is a folded 3-page tag. So all you have to do is cut it out. I've got the background with the lines for journaling. You want to line up your corners here really well and use the lines. Now, yes, there is a little bit of white there, but we're just going to use some ink to disguise that. Okay, so here's our front of it, and we can take, this is Distress Outside Vintage Photo, and we're just going to fold this back and ink right along here. Okay, and then we can ink around the rest of it as well. The ink is not really showing up very much, especially on camera, I'm sure. But it just adds a little bit of emphasis and texture to the edge of it. Okay? So now here we have our folded tag. And you can see inside is the writing page, and then the back, and then go the other way is this. So it does work two ways, and it is very, very pretty. I'm going to get out my crocodile to cut little bigger holes in there than that hole punch is doing. So here we'll use the 3/16 of an inch size. There we go. You can see there's still a fair amount of white showing there. I'm going to take and just put a little bit of the vintage photo on there. But I'm also going to take some of these hole reinforcers, and I'll put that around there as well. I obviously didn't do a great job of coming into this, of folding this so it's centered, because I can see that the holes are not straight, but they will do. They'll be okay. Okay. Now, in order to decorate this, on the front, I'm not going to do very much at all. I really think it's pretty the way it is. All I'm going to do is go to my cutouts, most of my cutouts here, and I'm going to add one of these words to it. I think I'm going to use this butterfly here. Trying to make sure I'm staying in frame here, so I have a bad habit of pulling what I'm working on close to my body, and then you can't see what I'm doing. So I have printed this out on cardstock, give it just a little bit more firmness. I also have some on paper, of course, but what I want to add is a little bit of, there's a little bit of tea-dyed paper behind it. I'm going to tear it. Actually, this isn't tea-dyed paper. This is avocado-dyed paper. I really was surprised. I did some onion dyeing and some avocado dyeing, and I was surprised how little it took to really get a nice color on lots of pages. So I was impressed with that. So let's see how this looks. I think we'll offset it a little bit like that. This is Scotch Create glue, and I should have distressed the edges before I put the glue on, but this will do. Okay, so now I'm just going to put that right there, and then add the butterfly. I just think this tag is so pretty all by itself. I don't want to add too much to it. Go back to where it was. I don't mind that it's sideways. I think it looks kind of cute. Now, across here, okay, I'm actually going to use this with the bottom after I cut out the tabs, and I'm going to use this for a pocket at the bottom. So I'm putting it upside down so that this distressed edge will be at the top, so it'll show a little bit, and then I'll be decorating that as well. One of the things that happens sometimes when you're printing is that you print on 2 pages and you don't pay attention to what you're doing, so this is upside down compared to the rest of it. So, but this makes great things to use for, you know, for decorating things. So, for example, this little flower here, I just I just tear it out. I could fussy cut it. But sometimes I just like the looks of the torn edges and everything on it. So take this and just glue it right over here. And straighten this a tiny bit here before I glue it down. Oops. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Here we go. Distress the edges. Ink hides all flaws. Okay, now I can put it right here and just take my Fabri-Tac glue and I'm going to go around the bottom here like this. So I'm covering 3 sides of it, and then I can put it right here to decorate that. Now I find that this does bother me a little bit. I'm going to take one of these this butterfly. When I say it bothers me, I'm talking about the torn edge where the white was showing through more than I meant for it to. As you can see, I'm actually tearing this pretty close to the butterfly edges, and I'm going to add this a little bit at a slant. Nope, too big. I'm just going to cut this flower out. So we're layering the flowers up a little bit. Like that. Okay, now I'm going to use part of this to create a pocket for the center. In this case, I'm going to make it I like these flowers, so I want to use those, and we'll just make this a tuck spot. Okay, so this one is going to be a tuck spot, and we will put it we'll glue on 2 sides of this, on the one side of it and on the bottom, to make it a tuck spot. And I think I'm going to just curve this edge a little bit. See, when you curve the edge, it makes it a little bit more obvious, I think, that something can be tucked in here. Okay? And then on this last one, we'll do another one of the smaller pockets. Let's put a ruler down. Okay, and I want this one to go here. Okay, so I just made a little fold where I want it to go, and then I can tear it off. And now this pocket will go right here. Let's ink the edges of this again. Here, 3 sides. There. So our distressing added the edge of this. I want to distress the rest of this a little more. Now on this one, I do like having the journaling space here, but I want to decorate it up a little bit. This stamp off of here. Okay, and then I want to add the texture Okay, this is actually the inside off a napkin that I pulled off, and I like the color and the texture of this, so I saved it. And if we just add that, tear this side off a little bit more. There. That adds just a little bit of texture to this around here. And this I can stick on. Right there. And then add this. I don't mind if this napkin isn't attached, isn't glued down all the way. I just, the roughness of it helps add texture to it, and if it tears off a little bit more, I can live with that. Okay, so now we have this. This one here is very pretty all by itself. Now we just need some cards to stick in here. And for that, we have are you getting the feeling that I'm kind of a mess when I'm working on things? Okay, so this tag that I cut out can go in the center one. And then let's put one of these in the shorter pocket, and one of them. Now these were just things that Natalie had created, a part of the kit, and I just put them on cardstock and printed them out. I want to add something to this. Let's see. I think that we will again, use a little bit of this napkin back for some texture around this. And we're just going to add that right there. You could make multiple pockets by putting another little tuck spot here, and that would be kind of cute. But again, that's right. Put the glue right on here. It's sticking to my fingers. And then we'll add, I'm using Fabri-Tac to add this tag. Okay, and then the one other real quick thing I'd like to show you is these folded pages. Now the way you fold these is you take the page and you fold it kitty corner as if you were trying to square this up, and then you fold this down, and then you have this tail here. You fold this down. There's quite a few videos out there. Now you're going to glue around the bottom of this, and you're going to glue along the bottom of this. Let's just go ahead and do that. It's a good thing I got some more glue in the mail today. Okay, and then you want this to be a tuck spot, so it's going to go down along here and over here. Okay. Now once you get this done, you can decorate this with whatever you want. I do like it decorated rather than leaving it plain. You could hypothetically use this for journaling, and the back could be used for journaling. That would work just fine. What I want to do is, again, get this sheet. Okay, I'm going to take this and fussy cut very sloppily around the snowflake. I just want the essence of it here. And I will use my magic vintage photo around the edges just to disguise some of the white edges. I do love this little snowflake here. I could cut neater, but then I would be cutting slower, and that would make for a long video. Okay. Okay, we'll just put the snowflake right down here in this corner. And then up at this corner, I'm going to take this bird Now, I don't think it's vitally important, but I do kind of like, if I have a face, have it pointed in towards what I'm doing. So if I take this board and put it, this bird, and put it right up here, this blue board, you can see that it's pointed in towards the rest of the design. Let's just... and tucking it underneath here. And I will cut this edge off so it's straight. And then use the rest of this flower. I took the top part of the stem of this flower and used it on the other tag that I made, on the trifold tag. And so now I'll take this and just put it right here. I'm going to put it sideways because I like it. Once again, I'm going to tuck it underneath this edge here. And now we need a couple of tucks to go in here. So here's a pretty bluebird card that can go in here. And we want a longer one to go in the space up here. I'm going to go ahead and use this tag, which has the same design on it. So even when you pull it off, you can see. Now this one, let's add a tie to it. I don't believe it. Here's the ribbon. I knew I had ribbon here. I like them cut off at a slant and then put it in. So there, we've got two pretty tags to get started with here. A fold-out trifold with some pockets, and just this made out of a book page. It's gorgeous with any kind of book page, and use some of Natalie's tags. So thank you so much for coming along with me on this journey, and I will see you next time.